and for some good news to report, because here at the Electrek Singularity, we love good news. We absolutely love good news, and this news is really good news. It's awesome news. Thanks, Fred, for sharing it with us. From Electrek, Norway's gas car sales are crashing to a crawl, and the rest of the world will follow faster than you'd think. I agree. It's happening. It's going to happen soon. We don't need any governments to ban ICE cars by 2030. We don't need it. Seriously, I mean that. We don't. Hey, if it happens, if they want to do it, great. Go ahead and do it. It's not a problem. It's not a big deal. It's not really going to change things, though, is it? No, it's not. By 2030, no one is going to want an ICE car. No one is going to want a dinosaur. No one wanted a Nokia 4310 or whatever the hell they were called. No one wanted a BlackBerry 10 years after the iPhone came out, did they? It's going to be the same. Everyone's going to follow Norway, and it's going to happen faster than you think. Norway's internal combustion engine car sales, petrol and diesel, are crashing to now just a handful per month. And the rest of the world will follow faster than you think. The country has been leading electric vehicle adoption for years, and it aims for all new car sales to be electric by 2025. All new car sales to be electric by 2025. You know what, guys? They're going to get there before that. Crazy as it sounds, they're going to get there well before that. I think by 2023, they're going to be there. In 2020, all-electric cars have hit a record 54% market share of Norway's total new car sales in 2020. Lately, EV market shares have increased not only with more electric cars hitting the market, but also because of gasoline and diesel car sales crashing. Absolutely crashing. Last month, petrol cars had a 4.8% market share and diesel cars had a 4.7% market share, representing fewer than 1,500 vehicle sales in March. Diesel and petrol sales have absolutely fallen at an insane rate. I mean, this is amazing. That's less than half the market share that the internal combustion engine vehicles had during the same period last year. With many new all-electric models hitting the market in the next few years, including high-volume EVs, Norway is expected to hit its target of electric-only sales by 2025 without any issue. But Norway is a small and rich country with strong EV incentives, and the auto industry is trying to figure out how soon the rest of the world will follow. Well, I can tell you now, it's going to be very soon. And if it's not, you're going to go bankrupt. Whoever doesn't conform or do everything they can to electrify their fleet is going to go bankrupt. And I think we all know that by now. Most industry analysts believe that global EV market share won't hit more than 30% by 2030. This is utterly ludicrous. Utterly ludicrous. BNEF, one of the most followed projections for EV adoption, puts all electric market shares at 28% passenger car segment in 2030. BNEF, you are officially stupid. Full stop. End of story. Electrek's take. As most Electrek readers know, Electrek believe the rest of the world will follow a lot quicker than what most analysts are predicting. I know that most people believe Norway is not a great example, and I understand why, but I think there's still importance in consumer perception. It's not just about new EV sales, it's also about gasoline car sales crashing. As EV sales are rising and it becomes clear that it's the future, buyers are more wary about buying new gasoline vehicles, even if they're not ready to make the jump to electric vehicles just now. And of course, they're going to be more wary because of resale. The resale value for internal combustion engine vehicles is going to crash, and that's going to affect buying habits. Therefore, Electrek believes that even if the industry will not be ready to produce enough EVs, the market shares will grow a lot faster than most people anticipate because gasoline vehicle market shares will crash. And our most popular comment goes to HJ, Harry Johnson. Harry says, I'm curious what is happening with petrol stations in Norway and also how dealerships are dealing with EV adoption. This is an economic revolution. It is. Chris Mann responds and says, from what I've read, some stations are installing EV chargers in their parking lot. Some are even entirely ditching the pumps and replacing them with more chargers. My guess is that they will try to sell more food and beverages than ever before to compensate. Now, isn't this a fascinating market study here where all we have to do really to predict what will happen in the rest of the world is look at Norway. So, in a sense, if you want to look at what a petrol station does, we just look at Norway. I think it's fascinating to see, and I would really be very interested to hear from people, from some Norwegians in the comments, if we have any Norwegians out there. Guys, what have you seen? What are people doing? How is this changing life? Tell us about it. Harry Johnson says, would you like some kilowatt hours with that Lukefish, sir? Getting up to Shigar's comment, which has 12 likes. He says, auto repair shops too. It seems like they're going the way of TV repair shop. Wow, that is a huge disruption as well, isn't it? Because, I mean, with an EV, you have so many less moving parts. I mean, an EV motor has what, 3 moving parts in it? I've heard from many EV owners that they've never serviced their vehicles in years because they haven't needed to. You can imagine what a dealership's going to do. Dealerships rely on that income as part of their business model. What are car mechanics going to do? They're going to have to adapt really quickly, and to be honest, they're going to have to be retrained probably for other industries because a lot of them won't be needed in this new era. NQNQ says, auto repair shops too seems like they're going the way of TV repair shops. My response, I agree. Although initially I believe you will see auto repair shops do quite well as more people hang on to their old gas-burning car for 2 or 3 years longer than they might have otherwise, precisely so they can replace it with a battery electric one. By 2024, there will be a whole lot of EVs to choose from. And Earth Zero says, many people that I know are just waiting for the prices to start dropping below 30 to 35,000 US dollars before taking the plunge, for the ranges to start settling in closer to 300 miles and or for infrastructure to grow and ease of charging to become more standardized across brands. Now, guys, this is a good point. This is going to happen very soon. What's going to happen is the US government, other governments around the world are going to start giving more in incentives. I think the Biden administration is going to give $10,000 to EV purchases. So that means you want to buy a Model 3 for, say, $40,000, you're only paying $30,000. You want to buy a Cybertruck for $40,000 to $50,000, you're either paying now $40,000 or $30,000. The base model Cybertruck, $40,000 US dollars. If you have a $10,000 grant, you're now looking at $30,000 US dollars. It's not going to be long before EVs are affordable, guys. This is exciting news. The world's moving fast. The world's changing quickly in a good way. Now, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.